right, we're going to be looking at doing the isometric view of these three views drawn in third angle orthographic projection. Now, when they want you to draw something, they always want to see the three views that you can see in the orthographic. So I need to be able to see a front view, I need to be able to see a left view, and I need to be able to see a top view. Right, you can see that I've drawn a little fish tank over here to the major dimensions that have been given to me. I've been given a length of 80, I've been given a width of 40, and I've been given a full height of 60 millimeters. Right, 80 millimeters, 40 millimeters, 60 millimeters, and I've drawn up that fish tank just using my set square very, very quickly. There, and there. Measured off, and I think you guys should be able to do that quite easily. Right, once you've got that, the next thing is to work from the centers. Okay, you'll see that there is a center over here, center line, and the quickest way to find the center, once you've got that 80 millimeters, you take a line going like that, and you take a line going horizontal like that, and if you take your 60-degree set square and you go like that, you will have found the center of that line, which means that I can draw a center line going up through the center over here. There we go, center line done. I now need to look at drawing this hexagonal shape, all right? The way that we do that, we need to draw an auxiliary view. It says that it's got a line length of 40 millimeters. So I come along here, I set my pair of compasses to 40 millimeters, and I'm going to draw in just some center lines over here, long dash, short dash, long dash, short dash, long dash, long dash, short dash, long dash, short dash, long dash, and I can now take my pair of compasses and I draw an arc going around like that, okay, and that will give me my auxiliary view over here. There we go. Take that. There we go. And 60 degrees again, going down over there. And I now can figure out how to draw that hexagonal base. I'm going to come along here and I'm going to measure off this distance off my auxiliary view. And I'm going to come down here and I'm going to measure off that distance over there on that side of the center line and on that side of the center line, and I can now draw in a nice dark line going across there. Right, I then come along and I go to the center over here and I measure off this distance over here. Note, I have adjusted my pair of compasses. It's not the same length as the radius of that circle. I go to my center line over there and I'm going to mark a mark over there, and I'm going to take a construction, actually a center line. Let me just take that center line. Right, and I'm going to then be able to draw a line going from there to there and from there to there. That finishes off that beautiful hexagonal shape. I can draw lines going up over there, a line going up over there, and I know that my 40 millimeters goes across like that, 40 millimeters, across like that. I'm going to draw a construction line out over here, and I'm going to take my set square, line it up on that line over there, and I'm going to then be able to take my other set square or my ruler, and if I slide over here, I will be able to find this line coming down here at the right angle, and you should find that that length over there will also be 40 millimeters, and that's the quick way of doing that. Right, once you've got that, finish it off over here. There we go. I now need to look at this. It says that I've got a 40 millimeter diameter for this circle over here. What I do need to see is where that center is. Note the center over here is 20 millimeters down from the top. It's not the same center as I'm using for this hexagon. Right, so I measure off 20 millimeters. Measure that off over here. And I'm going to draw a center line going across here. I'm going to do this in pink so that you don't get confused. Long dash, short dash, long dash, short dash, long dash, short dash, long dash. Right, there's the center for the circle that I'm going to be drawing. And I'm going to draw a center line going in this direction as well for my circle. And from there, I can use a circle stencil to draw it, but I'm going to go through the construction of the circle with you guys, which will make life better for you if you don't know how to draw a circle yet. Right, what is the radius for a 40mm diameter circle? The radius would be 20, so I set my pair of compasses to 20. I'm going to go along to these center lines over here, and I'm going to mark off 20mm there, 20mm there, 20mm there, and 20mm there. Right, once I've got that, I can then draw in a square. You can see the square that I'm going to draw. Using those marks that I just made will give me a perfect isometric square, from which I can then draw in these lines over here. Construction line going there, a construction line going there, a construction line going from there to there, and a construction line going from there to there. Once I've done that, take your pair of compasses again, place it at the obtuse angle, extend it out to that point over there, and you should be able to find a perfect arc over there. Draw that in nicely. And I need to set my pair of compasses to this radius over here, the smaller radius over here, and I'm going to draw that arc in there beautifully like that. Once I've got that, I can then draw lines going up to the top over here, lines going up to the top there, lines going up to the top there, and finish this thing off by drawing lines over there and there. I've got the fish tank in place, which means it's very quick for me to draw these lines in without having to do too much measuring. And then the last thing that I need to do is to be able to draw an arc at the back over here, and you'll see that it is the same arc that is over here. That arc at the back over there, you can see that I've got an arc with this radius over here that I need to transfer back over there. I need to find the point that I can draw that arc from. We know what the width of this object is. There it is. I know that there's the point that I drew the arc from. I mark that off over here, and I can just take my pair of compasses to that point, and I can then draw that arc in over there. You can see where it ends on that point over there, and I can then just draw in this story over here, linking up that arc and finishing off this drawing by drawing those lines over there and over there. Right, there's the drawing done.